Hello and welcome back, everybody. Today we are leaving for Charlotte, North Carolina for the CKNA race at Charlotte Motor Speedway, on the infield of Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's a track I've never driven before. I've never driven any of the CKNA series tracks before, so it's going to be another fun learning experience, just like Biloxi. And we're going to get this weekend started out with a quick tire change. We are going from Vega Blues, which we were testing out at Atlanta Motorsports Park, but they ended up switching over to Vega Reds. So we're gonna get our Vega Blues switched over to our Vega Reds really quickly. And I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film on the way to Charlotte, but I'm gonna try and film as much as I can, and then I'm gonna try and also film as much as I can over the weekend. So we're gonna see how this goes. So, you guys, check this out. I'll pull it off. So, what this is it hides our setup that we have right here from anybody else being able to see it. But, yeah, I just got done gluing all these magnets down into their little holes, so that way it's able to stick on there, which just goes on like that. And now it's on there. So something else that I've been doing in the meantime is I got these Vega Reds right here mounted up. These Vega Reds, I'm waiting for my dad to come home because we need to stretch them onto our 7-inch rim. But the fronts are fully mounted and ready to go. It's gonna be raining. I got the MG rain tires that we have left over all mounted up and put on their respective rims, so that way tomorrow during practice we're able to go ahead and run in the rain. Anyways, now, like I said earlier, we're gonna just see where this clip takes us. So here we go. Good morning, everybody. So today is Friday. We're about to go head downstairs and then go head to the track for practice. And well, this is how you get your morning started. A little bit of music. Dad took a shower. I'm ready. I'm up and ready to rock and roll. So we'll see you downstairs. Anyways, so as we get going with our final practice session of the day, if you look at the tire, you can see the outside edge isn't really worn that much. As the day was going on, my dad and I were looking at the tires and couldn't quite figure it out. We were trying to play around with a couple things to figure it out, and we started to get it figured out, but not in the proper way. Sunday morning we finally got it figured out, and it made a massive difference, which you guys will see later on in the video. But as far as this session goes, we just were trying a bunch of different things with setup that we thought made sense to us, and that is the key thing to this entire race weekend that we came away with, was a lot of knowledge. We learned a bunch of things that we thought worked and we thought wouldn't work that did work, and it was just all valuable data. So on to Saturday.
That's a really fancy one. Maybe valve tool. Some bitch. Those are what I was talking about originally. But look at this.
I think God's a little slap happy.
I spent just a little bit more time, I'd find exactly what I was looking for.
What? Alright. Morning, everybody. It is now Saturday, and I'm about to go out and play. I'm about in the butt. Alright. This is gonna have to work. Alright. So, I'm about to go out for my first practice of the day. I'm currently getting suited up as I speak. We played around with setup all day long yesterday, hoping to find what works out best, and we found a couple things with our setup that don't work and a couple things that do. So today we're going to really put that to the test, and we're going to hope for the best. So here we go. So this was morning practice on Saturday for the main race day at Charlotte, and we weren't that far off of the front runner's pace. We had a good start Friday, which was only about a second to 6/10 off the front runner's pace, and I mean, we were just working on setup, like I had said a moment ago, and trying to get everything figured out, which this morning we started off by widening the rear axle to try and lose a little bit of that rear end grip, which we went too far out, and you can see me sliding around in a couple of these areas. So we definitely achieved getting rid of that rear end grip, but it was too much. So we had to dial it back in a little bit for the next session. All right, hi everybody. So just got done with my first practice of the day. Didn't do too well. We tried something different with our setup, and it just didn't end up working out for me. So we're going completely other end of the scale with our setup and trying something totally different. And we're gonna hope that it works out. We're gonna play around with it, see how the cart reacts to the different setup while we're out there this time, and just hope for the best. I have some ideas if it doesn't end up working out, and we're gonna try and finish top 20 is what my dad said, but I'm aiming for top 5, top 7. I'd be really thrilled if I got up there. Anyways, here we go to our next race. Hi, my name is CarsonCraig, and I'm running with CKNA at Charlotte Motor Speedway for my second weekend with CKNA. And I'm super excited to be racing this weekend and seeing where my skill level lies amongst others with better or worse skill levels, I don't know, but just seeing where I lie against better competition. I'm excited because in our first practice session of the day, I'm not far off of where I need to be in order to be competitive this weekend, and I'm just looking forward to a great weekend. Okay, so here's the start of the race. They threw the green flag, and I knew that it was probably the best decision to hang back a little bit to allow all the carnage to ensue, and then go ahead and work my way through traffic after people had taken each other out, which exactly as you just seen there, 2 people took each other out, and I managed to avoid the wreck just nearly, and so now my primary focus was catch back up to the field and try to grab as many positions as I could. Just try and work through the field, but also since this was only the pre-final, I had the goal in mind to go ahead and focus also on the cart and how the cart was feeling and what was happening where and when, so that way my dad and I could adjust our setup accordingly. So here you see me chasing down the number 372, and he had a slightly better line than I did in a couple areas, which over the weekend changed. As you can see, I caught up to him, and he was battling out with number 121, Michael Gay, in which right here he killed his speed, so I was able to give him a little bump, and I was trying to work with him, but he just got away from me. So right here, there was battling going on between number 32 up ahead and number 121. So number 121 fell back, and him and I had our back and forth, which you'll see here in just a moment, lap after lap after lap after lap. And that was a mistake. In hindsight, I should have worked with him to catch back up to the field, because we were running similar lap times to each other. And then right here you see the number 77 slide by. He started pushing the number 121, and I think I made a shoot right here to go and try and get past them, but it didn't end up working out. And then right here, I don't think he knew that I was still there, or he wasn't expecting me to still be there, and he just closed the door on me and collected me, and that was the end of my pre-final. Even though everything looks to be driving normally and straight, my rear bumper was completely torn off, and that was that. So I had to pull off the track, and that was an unfortunate end. Alright, so after all was said and done, I was running somewhere between 19th and 25th. We weren't quite sure. And then another driver made a very last second maneuver on me. Unfortunately, he took me out. I don't think he realized that that I was still right there. So an unfortunate turn of events. The cart was perfectly fine. I mean, no bends to chassis, no bodywork damage other than the rear bumper, and everything was pretty much perfectly fine. So we went and bought a new bumper. We got it on the cart, or I say we, but my dad, which, thank you, Dad. Anyways, so now I'm walking to go see if there's a race delay for the different classes starts, because in the junior field, there was a pretty bad accident. And yeah, anyways, see you guys. Alright, so here we are for the final. They started really late because of that red flag. I was expecting carnage at the start, but thankfully, because everybody decided to get it all sorted out within the first few turns, there was relatively nothing as far as carnage goes, and that really opened up a door for me to fish out the strengths and weaknesses of drivers near the rear of the field, and allowed me to start picking off positions, as you'll see here in just a moment. So right here, massive door opened up. I took total advantage of it. I made, I believe, 5 or 6 passes in one turn. So that was a huge help moving my way back up the field. And from here on out, it was just trying to slowly learn and pick each driver out one by one. One of the biggest issues though that we had in this night race is going down the front straightaway is the exit to the track was directly in line with the front straightaway because of how dark it was with no lights out on track. It was blinding everybody out there, so it was really difficult to see. The other issue is not a lot of people were expecting for it to be this dark out when we started our race, so there was a good amount of people out there who were running with tinted visors in the dark, so that actually affected me later on in this race, and you'll see that. But people were pretty much driving by braille. We were using the white lines on the side of the track to try and see where we were going. So right here, you'll see that the number 121 and the other driver who was with him managed to pull away a little bit. It's almost pitch black out. This is what I was talking about a moment ago when I said driving by braille, and you can kind of see it on the edge of the track reflections. Him and this other driver started battling it out, which opened up a door for me to go ahead and try and slip into this next lap. So right here, they started battling it out, and I went to go dive down the pocket on the inside of this one guy, but he shut the door on me and ended up spinning me. Francesco! And I lost a bunch of positions because of that, which in turn led to my demise the next day because I had to compete in the last chance qualifiers instead of making it into the top 50 instantly. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So yesterday's race, I managed to go from P28 all the way up to P19 relatively fast, and I held P19 in. Last second there, I went for a move for P18 in the last corner on the last lap, and unfortunately got collected, but I managed to make it into the LCQs, which stands for last chance qualifiers. So if I manage to come top 5 this morning in the last chance qualifier 12 lap race, then I will advance onto the final, which is the main event where there's going to be 50 drivers all driving simultaneously. It's the fastest 50 drivers here this weekend. So we're going to see how things go. Even if I don't manage to make it into the final, I have had the best time here this weekend. I've learned just a load of information, and I cannot wait to see how all this information gathered this weekend plays out in the future. Anyways, here we go. Alright, so just got to the track, and I'm walking up here to see who all is racing in my field with me. So, last chance qualifiers, I am 17th. So, this is everybody who all made it into the main event. This is everybody who's going to be fighting for contention to make it into the event.